Hey guys, today's video is advice on how some of you men out there could get a girlfriend or people to hang out with. Um, some of it is, this video is directed at kind of like the incel culture, the men that feel like they're not dateable, the men that feel like they hate women, things like that. So I'm kind of giving you guys a little bit of dating advice today. Just because I've seen some videos recently, I've seen I've watched like a couple videos of like one guy that claims to be an incel, says that he can't get a girlfriend, things like that. Um, I think his name is Darth Nihilist. He's actually kind of funny to watch. His videos are kind of entertaining. But and I don't know if he's being serious or if it's just, entertainment, but he talks about how, he's an incel and how he hates women and he hates couples and he gets, triggered by couples, happy couples and things like that. And he says he can't get a girlfriend, he's never had a girlfriend, etc., etc. And I can honestly tell you that this person, really is just getting there in their own way, because they could have a partner, they could have a girlfriend, they could have girls that they were dating if they just believed in themselves. Part of it is staying in your own league, your own dating league. Like, I know I've been guilty of trying to date younger women. Like, one of the last girls that I've been in love with, she was like 7 years younger than me. I'm 41. So what would that have made her, 7 years below 41? So she was in her 30s, so that wasn't too bad. But um so staying in your own age group is a good tip. Number two is really just like believing in yourself, guys. I mean, that's what I've done growing up, just believed in myself when it came to dating and women. um and I've been with quite a few women. I've slept with quite a few beautiful women. And I didn't even really try that hard. Most of it is just being a nice person. You just got to be nice to women. You got to be polite to them. Um, I don't agree with the whole simp behavior bullshit. Like bending over backwards for women that do nothing for you. I don't agree with that. Um, like, I've recently ended a friendship with a person that more or less was just trying to use me. It was a woman that I was trying to date, and they were already involved with another man, so they were trying to make me into a beta male simp. And I said, "Fuck that! I'm not doing that." So I walked away. Um, because I don't want to be treated like that. I don't want to be treated like a second option or a backup plan. That's what the girl was treating me like. She was a narcissist, so I just walked away. That's what I recommend all you men do out there when the women are acting crazy, when they're playing fucking mind games, head games. You could just walk away. You can block the person temporarily. You could block them permanently. You could walk away permanently. You could separate temporarily. But the main point being, you have to have boundaries. I mean, these women definitely test you. They definitely play mind games, and they try to get you to chase them, which nothing good comes out of that. You chase after a woman that she just thinks of you as a simp at that point, that you're desperate. So I don't recommend men do that. um the main piece of advice for all you guys out there that say, I can't get a girlfriend, I can't get a partner, is make sure that you're not your own worst enemy. I mean, like, for example, what I would say to Darth Nihilist, I'd say to him, look, man, it's not that you can't get a girlfriend, it's that you're not believing in yourself. He's not a bad looking guy. He's not the best looking guy in the world, but he's not ugly by any means. So really, it's just it's his confidence level. He could work on his confidence with women. You have to be confident. Um, they like men that are going to be more assertive. You know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to tell a woman what you want, what you like to do. Um, like, I know I've been hanging out with girlfriends, hanging out, watching a movie, maybe we hadn't seen each other for a while. We'd be watching a movie on the couch and I'd say something like, "Hey, you want to have sex right now?" So sometimes you got to be assertive, to get what you want. That doesn't mean you force sex on people. That doesn't mean that you pressure women or men. It just means, don't be afraid to ask for what you want. I don't recommend doing this with people unless it's an appropriate situation to do that. But basically, for the guy, Darth Nihilist is he's saying, I can't get a girlfriend, I can't attract women, I can't have a girlfriend. Um, a lot of it has to do with conversation. You have to be somewhat normal conversation. I mean, you can't be going far out in the woods of conversation and expect to keep a woman's attention, because women have incredibly low threshold for attention. They have very bad attention spans now, thanks to social media. Things like Facebook and everything has really decreased women's attention span. So, you have to come off as a quote unquote normal person. Like, you can't be talking about disgusting things to the woman. You can't be talking about, racist stuff. You can't talk about how you hate a certain race or you don't hate a certain race. You just got to come off as a normal person. And, you can be an ugly guy. I mean, there's ugly, fat men out there, literally ugly, fat men out there with hot women. How can I tell you they scored those women? By being confident, by believing in themselves. Like right now, maybe start practicing having self-confidence. Say, I'm a nice person. Start building yourself up. Start saying nice things about yourself. Maybe you were raised in an abusive family where your father or mother was abusive to you, emotionally abusive. Maybe they said, hey, you'll never get a partner. You got to stop listening to those negative voices. Maybe you're the negative voice, like this Darth Nihilist. He's the negative voice because he's saying, I'm never going to get a girlfriend. I'm never going to get a partner. I hate women, or I hate happy couples. For him, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more he talks about this shit, the more it's going to go bad. I'd like to see him start watching some positive programs. I like Joel Osteen. He's a Christian pastor. He's a pretty positive person. But I also like other positive speakers. Like, I listen to other motivational speakers that can help with confidence. But with women, guys, you just got to be a nice person. Literally, you can be fat, you can be ugly, and still score hot women. Like I said, I've literally seen men around my area that were fat, that were ugly, and they end up with good-looking women. How do they do that? They do that by being alpha. So maybe you could learn how to be more alpha. Maybe you could watch some videos on how to be more alpha. That doesn't mean you'll go around beating people up or being a dick, but maybe you could work on being assertive. Maybe you could work on telling a woman what you want. Hey, Becky, uh, I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a girl that I can fucking hang out with. Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody? She might say, hey, Jesus Christ, my sister fucking Bethany's at home right now. She's a single mom. She really is looking for a guy just like you. You like video games? She likes fucking video games too. Next thing you know, you met the woman of your dreams. That's what I'd say to this Darth Nihilist guy. There's a woman out there for him. There's literally a partner out there for him that he's going to miss out on if he keeps being negative. If he keeps saying things like, I can't attract a woman, or I'm not attractive, or women don't like me. Like I said, I've seen fat guys score hot chicks. I've seen ugly guys score hot chicks. So looks really don't have a lot to do with it. Women out there, they don't put a lot of emphasis on looks. More or less, they're looking for a guy that they can be safe around, that they can feel safe around, that they can be themselves. So the main thing out there, for people like Darth Nihilists that are like incels or that hate women, is one of the main things you guys got to do is you got to make the woman feel safe around you. I mean, you can't come off as an angry, hateful person. You got to let those feelings go. Like, this person said he's had a lot of trauma as a young person, relational trauma. How about forgive and forget and let that stuff go? Because Darth Nihilist, you're actually carrying around all this trauma and pain you're carrying around it like baggage. So the best thing you can do is just forgive whoever you need to forgive, the people out there that have hurt you. You need to forgive them so you can let go of this baggage, so then you can replace it with new wine. Just like, in the Bible they had sacks that would hold wine. They'd get rid of the old wine, put new wine in new wineskins, right? So out with the old and in with the new, Darth Nihilist. How about, instead of saying, women won't want me, how about you say, I'm a nice person, my woman's out there. How about you say, I bring a lot to the table. Maybe you know how to fix vehicles. Maybe you know how to clean your apartment really well. Maybe you're a super family man. You love your family. You love your mother. You love your father. You love your family. That's a super, super positive trait in a person. Maybe you could just start showing yourself friendlies to some of the women in your area. Let's say you like video games. Why not go down to a local video game store and find out, which staff there are single. Hey, Kathy, I noticed you really like video games. I do too. Hey, would you like to, go to a gaming conference at the Civic Center this weekend? They're having a video game fucking show off, and I know you like video games. Hey, would you like to go with me and grab a coffee on the way and just hang out? I'm trying to make some new friends. You'd be surprised how many women out there that would actually take you up on that. A lot of women like to get out of the house. They like to go places. Like I said, dude, you don't have to be the nicest looking guy. I've literally seen fat, ugly men score supermodel women. You just have to be, like I said, you have to make the woman feel safe. That's the number one thing. If she doesn't feel safe, she's not going to hang out with you. So you got to you got to replace that anger that you're holding inside, that resentment. Maybe it's unforgiveness. Maybe it's anger, rage. You really got to let that go. So maybe get into counseling, maybe get into rage therapy, maybe read some books on forgiveness, whatever you have to do to get rid of that toxicity, because you can't pick up a girl if you're toxic. She's going to see right through that. A lot of women are trained now to see toxicity. And yes, some women are attracted to toxic men. But it has to be, the right level. It can't be, to the max. Like I said, if they don't feel safe around you, they're not going to date you. So Darth Nihilus, maybe today make a list of 10 things that you're doing well in life. Maybe you're paying your bills on time. Maybe you're cleaning your house on time. Maybe you have just learned how to work on vehicles. Maybe you learned another trade. Maybe you learned how to do this or do that. Start building yourself up. Start saying positive things about yourself. Dump out that old wine, which is the negative thoughts and the negative, that rage, the anger, the unforgiveness, whatever trauma happened to you, you got to let it go. Picture it being like wine. Dump out that old wine. Replace it with some positive programs, some positive shows. Maybe turn on Joel Osteen. Maybe turn on some other positive motivational speakers. Like I actually like Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate's a great guy. Like Darth Nihilus, how about put on some Andrew Tate, and he'll tell you how it is. You gotta get out of this pit. You're in this pit. You gotta get out of the pit, because you're your own worst enemy at this point. Talking negatively about yourself, saying negative things about yourself, harboring resentment, which you could forgive the people that hurt you in the past. So those are going to be some tips on how to pick up women, for like incel type individuals. Start doing positive self-talk. Make the women around you feel safe. Maybe you could invite them somewhere. Hey, Kathy, let's go to the video game show off at the Civic Center this weekend. Direct them to safe activities. Hey, Sally, you want to meet up with me and another friend and go for a hike? So it's not so one-on-one type of situation. Maybe it's a couple of you. These are just ways that you can get to know these women, guys. Like I said, I've just more or less fallen into the laps of, beautiful women, whether it be at work, a work situation, or, out on the town, or I got somebody's phone number, or I ran into someone, or You can start working on yourself. You got to stop saying no. This person said that he wasn't a gym person. He doesn't want to work out, but maybe working out's a way you can get a girlfriend. Maybe if you start looking real sexy, then women will start really looking into you. So it's outside and inside, right? The inside you can sharpen up by listening to some positive programs, by listening to some positive speakers. And then the outside, maybe you could get a gym membership. Maybe you don't want to work out, but maybe working out would increase your chances. How about stop talking shit about yourself? Especially Darth Nihilist. Stop talking shit about yourself. You're not a bad person. Everybody has had a rocky past. Everybody's had a traumatic past. The difference is we got to forgive and forget. We got to forgive these people that have hurt us. We've got to let the trauma go so that we can replace it with positivity, with positive thinking, And then, and like I said, in order to have friends, you got to show yourself friendly. You like comic books, go down to the local comic book store. Hey, Becky, you want to get together and check out my comic book collection sometime? And you got to be okay with the no's. Start thinking of dating like you're a salesperson. You're gonna get so many no's before you get that yes. You may get 30 no's. You might be an ugly guy. You might be a fat guy, so your chances are a little bit less. You might ask 30 women out, 30 guys out, and they might say no. Guess what? That number 31 person that you ask out could be your next wife, could be your next husband, could be your next partner. Like this Darth Nihilist guy, I guarantee there's a woman out there, a man out there. I don't know what his sexual orientation is, and it's not my business. But I can tell you that there's people out there for him if he would just change his mindset, if he would believe in himself. There's somebody out there for him. Like me, I'm not the the best dating coach in the world. I don't have a girlfriend right now, but mostly it's because I live in a horrible state for dating. I live in one of the worst states in America for dating. It's like a super low population. That's why I'm single. If I was around a lot of people, I'd have a girlfriend. But the course of my week, I don't run into a lot of people. But I have had a lot of positive relationships. I have slept with quite a few women, not a ridiculous amount, probably 20, 25 women I've probably slept with in the course of my life. But anyway, guys, if you like videos like this, you can subscribe. If you guys have any comments below, you can leave it in the comments. But those are a couple tips for incels or people that think they can't score women, guys, on how to actually get a girlfriend, how to get girls around you. Number one, make them feel safe. They got to feel safe around you. That's number one. Number two, stop the negative self-talk. Stop talking shit about yourself and replace it with positive thoughts, positive self-esteem. That's what you need to get. You need to get that positive self-esteem in order to have the confidence, because the root of confidence is a positive self-esteem. So right now, make a list of 10 things that you're doing right in the world. 10 reasons why the world's a better place because you're here. Like maybe you can't think of much, but maybe you're a super blessing to somebody in your neighborhood. Maybe you help an old lady down the road. Maybe you help a family member that means that you mean a lot to them. Maybe you help someone whose car broke down on the side of the road and they were scared and you made them feel safe by fixing their car. You escorted an old lady out in the parking lot. You were at Walmart. You see an 80-year-old woman that has a purse and she looks like the next robbery victim. You escort her to her car. You say, ma'am, I'm going to escort you to your car to make sure you get to your vehicle safe. You escort this 80-year-old woman to her car. So you can be out in the community, guys, and do a lot of good for the community. You can start building yourself up. If you like videos like this, guys, you can subscribe, like this video, subscribe. Till next time, thank you so much. Till next time, see you later.